welcome to BZN TV. I hope you and your family are doing well. We just got back from our summer break and Michael and I finally had a chance to go on our honeymoon. It was so phenomenal, you guys, just absolutely beautiful. We are still sorting through all of the footage because I am putting together a segment where we are going to share our beautiful experience with you guys here and on the BZN TV YouTube channel. But until then, we have a lot to discuss. So this week we are talking about J-Lo's phenomenal physique. You guys, she just turned 52 and she looks better than ever. So I was inspired by the whole J-Lo energy to invite my good friend, Brittany Renee, who is the head trainer at F45 and the founder of the Built by Brit fitness program, over to the studio so that I could ask her all kinds of questions about J-Lo's habits and how we can all realistically work towards achieving our own personal best at any age. But first, we need to get you set up for success with our beginning of August Cosmic Cast. Pull out your calendar, get your pen and paper, you guys, because we have some dates that you are not going to want to miss in the beginning of August. This energy is really big, you guys. So first up, on Sunday, August the 8th, we have a new moon in the sign of Leo. Now, Leo energy is all about being in charge. The Leo is the sign of the lion, so that courage, that energy, all of the things that you want to go after in your life, during this new moon, you have the green light. So if there's anything that you have been waiting to start or unsure about, this is when your courage is going to be turned all the way up and you're going to want to take advantage of the opportunity. I think you're going to like the results. Then on Wednesday, August 11th, Mercury enters its home sign of Virgo, meaning we all get a boost in our communication skills. So expect a lot more harmony in your relationships when it comes to being able to understand other people and for other people to be able to understand you. If there is a writing project that you need to work on, or a presentation that you need to give, or just a really important talk that you've been putting off, on or around August 11th, you're going to get an extra boost from the universe, so be sure to put that in your calendar. On August 16th, Venus, the planet of love, beauty, and luxury, enters its home sign of Libra. My husband, Michael, who's a Libra, will be very happy to hear that. And that means that we're all going to get a really nice boost in the area of love and money. So even if you're not a Libra, you can expect to relax around those themes a little bit. And if you want to go on a nice date with your significant other, August 16th would be amazing. Or if there's someone you've been wanting to ask out, go ahead and do it then, because you're going to be very happy with what happens then. Then on Thursday, August 19th, all the way through January the 14th, Uranus is going to retrograde in Taurus, which means we can all expect stability. So unlike a Mercury retrograde, which we all know about that, when Uranus goes retrograde, because Uranus is all about shaking things up, when it goes retrograde, things become smooth and stable, which is nice. I think we can all use a little bit more of that in our lives. And Taurus is all about stability. So when it comes to being able to work towards your goals, build towards the future, from August 19th until January 14th, that's when you're going to want to buckle down and do that, because you will see a really positive outcome. All right, for more personalized August sun and rising sign horoscopes, you guys can listen to the latest episode of the Yay Network's BZN with Brit podcast, which is out now on Apple Podcasts. Well, Venus is in Virgo from now until the planet shifts over into Libra on the 16th. So that means wellness and health are getting all of our attention right now, and there is no better time to discuss J-Lo's healthy habits. I hope you guys enjoy this conversation with Brittany Renee. I am so excited about our guest today. We have Brittany Renee in studio. Brittany, hello. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. It's always fun to be here, so I'm so excited to be back.
Well, I love you so much, and you've been on the TV show before. We're great friends. We just had a great walk and talk the other day. I just love getting your take on fitness and well-being. You are the head trainer at F45 Fitness, and you're launching your own program right now. So I was just like, we need you in here. We need you to give us the fitness advice. Venus is in Virgo. We're all supposed to be focusing on our body and like wellness. So I just thought it was divine timing.
Awesome. I agree with that. And I'm so happy to be here, and I've already enjoyed it so far. So I'm really excited to get to talking today.
Britt, I love you. Okay, so let's talk about the burning question that's on everyone's mind right now.
Okay.
I really need to know this from you. So J-Lo just turned 52.
She did.
And she just looks amazing. Her body looks so good. I feel like she's just getting better and better with age.
Agree.
As a fitness professional, what do you think about that? What do you think she's doing? Like, how does she just keep improving?
Well, first thing I want to say on that is I think we can all collectively as women agree that J-Lo is goals. I would love to look like that as 52. That is why I'm grinding hard in my 30s to strive for that. So she is 100% goals. And yeah, I mean, she's very diligent on her habits that she does every single day. She's very proud of them and she promotes them and she lets people know. And whenever it comes down to it, that's what it's all about with anything health and fitness related, is just that consistency and that daily discipline and doing those little habits every single day.
But sometimes the motivation and like the things that we think that we need to do to get that extreme result of being really fit can sort of like wear you out before you get started.
Yes.
So Britt, what do you tell people when they're just getting started or when they've been working out but they've hit a plateau? What's your approach? Whenever
people get to that place and they're losing that motivation, that's exactly what I do. I bring them back to the basics. Hey, let's not focus on this big 6-day fitness routine that we could be getting into. Let's make sure we're getting enough sleep. Let's make sure that we're drinking enough water. Biofeedback is something I talk about with my clients a lot. And biofeedback is just that. How are you sleeping at night? What does your energy look like whenever you wake up? In the middle of the day, do you feel like you need a nap? Are you reaching for another cup of coffee? Or do you feel like you're pushing through with enough energy? And all that stuff comes down to those basic things that you just said, the water, the getting enough sleep, and just ultimately taking care of yourself.
How do you like measure or have people observe like the biofeedback? I'm like, buzzword. What does that mean?
And that's something that it's a conversational thing. It's asking daily questions. It's running weekly assessments with my clients. So it's as easy as me, checking in with you on Friday afternoon. And Britt, how are you feeling this week? How were you feeling like whenever you were going day to day and on your busy days? Like, were you tired? Were you waking up with energy? Ready? Yes.
A little bit, Britt.
So I just administer weekly assessments and I just ask my clients, like, look, my goal is to help you. And in doing so, I need you to be as honest as I can. So when I'm asking you these questions, like when you wake up, do you feel like you have energy? When it's 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, do you feel like you need that energy drink or that cup of coffee? And if you do, let me know, because that's where we need to backtrack and be like, okay, well, are you getting enough sleep? Are your workouts pushing you hard enough to where whenever you're finishing them, you're feeling like, okay, I really exerted a lot of energy there. So we ask those questions so we can go and every single week by week administer little changes, whether it's in their workouts, whether it's changing the time that they go to sleep, whether it's changing their water intake, whether it's changing their food, because sometimes people might not be getting enough food or energy because that's where our food comes from. So we need to assess how much that they're eating per day and what they're eating.
So is this part of what people will get when they join Built by Britt?
Yes. So there are a couple of programs that I have. So I have a Built by Britt monthly subscription. So that is for the person that they have the motivation to work out, they have the determination to get into the gym, they just don't always know what to do when they're there.
Yes.
So this is a monthly subscription. It's only $12.99 per month. I did that on purpose.
That is awesome. Super affordable. I love that, Britt.
And that's
month?
A month. $12.99 a month for 4 weeks worth of workouts. So for that entire month, you are going to have your entire day-by-day workouts and what you should do. And within every single day, you're going to have an at-home workout as well as a gym workout. So if you're not able to get in the gym that day, or you're a stay-at-home mom and you're not able to get away from the kids long enough, but while they're down for nap time, you've got 45 minutes that you can do something for yourself. This is for you to just open up that app and say, okay, I have 45 minutes, I'm going to do this workout. So basically, it's giving you no excuses so that we can all work out.
So you're taking away our excuses.
I am taking away your excuses.
But you're making it so convenient. And I love that, because like in reality, our schedules do change day to day. Like there might be some weeks when, we're able to get to that workout class or we're able to get to the gym and we're just like so motivated. And then there are other weeks when like, the kids are sick or things are going on in your life and you really do need to like stay at home. But it's like you have a personal trainer come into your house.
Exactly.
Ooh.
Exactly.
I love it.
So I'm all about
some J-Lo energy right there.
Exactly.
Because she works out with a trainer every day. So now we can do that in our own homes with you.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's the whole goal. And so this is all from an app. So as soon as you get on the app, you can see what your workout is that day. You choose whether you want the at-home version or the gym one. As soon as you're done, you can mark that complete workout and you're done. And every single morning, you're going to get a notification saying, hey, you've got steps to complete in Built by Britt. So you're going to have that nice little reminder to tell you to get up and move your body. And if you don't do it, you're going to get a nice little reminder too saying, hey, you didn't complete those steps yesterday. Come back and see us.
Come back and see us. What is your workout routine like? Are you a no days off type of person? Like, what is it like being you? Because you look great. You are body goals.
Thank you so much. Thank
you
you
and
so
J-Lo.
much.
We're going to put you right next to her.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much. So I start every single day moving my body. And that doesn't mean that I'm going to the gym or I'm going to F45 and busting my butt, getting a workout in. Sometimes that means I'm just waking up and taking my pup on a walk and listening to a podcast and just moving my body first thing and waking up and kind of thinking about what I'm going to do for the day in an active role. And I think that's what
I love that. I started doing that too. And we had our walk and talk on the Katy Trail. And like I told you, like I've been doing that every morning. And what I'll do is I'll listen to a podcast. I get some steps in the morning. Like you get a little jump start. I don't really think of it as part of like my cardio or my workout for the day or anything, but it does. It clears your mind, gets you into the sunshine, gets your mind right. Like you can just kind of get your body moving and wake up in a way that feels healthy.
And for me, it's so similar to whenever I wake up in the morning, the first thing I do before anything else, before I even go start my coffee pot, is I make my bed. Because mentally for me, that's something that I can already be like, okay, check, my bed's made. And it's the same as whenever I go on a walk, because I feel like, okay, I got on a walk, I moved my body. Even though it's the same, I don't count that as my cardio, as my workout. But I do feel like that's helping my future self. Like that's helping me get up, move my body. Get a time where I can be creative, where I can have my thoughts to myself.
Yeah, you get some of the best ideas.
100%. And I think that's what people sometimes don't realize is moving your body. It sparks so much creativity. It sparks productivity.
100%.
It's going to get you so motivated, and so many people overthink it. So if this is you, just constantly remind yourself, keep it simple. You do not have to make anything super complicated. Honestly, the more complicated it is, probably the less likely it is going to work. The more simple you keep it, to the point where you can do it every single day. It's so simple that you could literally do it every single day. That's what you're going to get results from.
What does like a week of Built by Britt look like for somebody?
So a week of Built by Britt is going to be a combination between cardio workouts, between strength training and resistance workouts, and then we are also going to have recovery workouts built in. And so what I mean by that is cardio, for example. We're going to have a couple days that are just solely committed to cardio, and that's getting our heart rate up. So we're working that cardiovascular system that we've all got. And that's going to be a Tabata style workout. That might be a body weight styled workout where the main goal is getting our heart rate up. So we're going to be pushing hard. We're going to be working for less time, but during that time, we want you to exert as much energy as you can. Okay. And then next to that, we've got our strength training. So this is where we're working our muscle system. So we are going to be lifting weights. We're going to be doing some kind of form of resistance training, whether that's body weight. So if you're doing that at home workouts, it's going to be body weight focused. If you're at the gym, it's going to be weight focused. But again, that's where we're going to be focusing on our muscles and building those up. And then we've got some recovery days. And those look a little bit different throughout the week. So we've got some recovery days that are just focused on stretching. And we've got some yoga flows in there so that we can slow down and take care of our muscles. And then I also assign active recovery days. And this is a day where you get to choose what you want to do for your active recovery. And that could be going on a walk. That could be going and climbing some stairs at the Katy Trail or wherever you are, wherever you have some stairs, climbing those. That could be going out and paddleboarding. That could be going out and kayaking and having a fun day with your boyfriend. But I really try to encourage people not to just focus on getting into the gym every day, but getting out and doing an active recovery and just moving your body in different fun ways. Because when it comes down to it, working out and living an active lifestyle should be fun. It shouldn't be something that we wake up and, I've got to go move my body today. So we want people to look forward to it. So that's part of that biofeedback is I want people to gain that knowledge and learn that, hey, this can be fun. You've just got to take those steps every single day and make it a part of your habit and your life.
It's like you're taking into account the real person, like our real lives, which in our minds, we all want to just be able to like crush it in the gym every day. But the truth is, we have busy lives. We want it to be fun. We have to stay motivated. And I love that you can be active and just like you can count all of that stuff as part of your fitness and your wellness program. So when you, I have to ask about the Apple Watch because I have an Apple Watch. You do too. Yep. So what are your like fitness settings, Britt? And you're advanced, obviously. You're a trainer. But what are yours?
So mine are for the move goal for the active calories a day. I have mine set at 650 calories.
Okay.
Right. And then,
I have mine at 500. I'm going to move mine up.
No,
We're getting motivated, inspired.
and again, that's okay. That's what I tell people. It's like, you know what? Do you hit that 500 every day? Great. Maybe
do.
move it up 25.
Okay.
Hit it for a
in
few
little
weeks.
Increments.
Maybe move it up a little bit. Okay. Yeah. You know, you don't have to jump today and be like, oh, I should have mine at 650 because hers are 650. But if you're,
I need to join the program.
Yeah. But if you're hitting 500 consecutively every single day,
okay,
and maybe you or another individual is at a place where like, okay, I'm happy with how I look and I'm active every day and I feel good, but do I want to up it a notch? Mm-hmm. Great, let's up it 25 calories a day.
Okay, cool.
We do that for a couple weeks, let's up it 25.
Okay.
Yeah, just setting realistic goals for you.
Mm-hmm. And then what about your exercise ring? How many minutes do you have it at an hour?
So mine's at 30. I've never gone through and changed it. And I think that's something to address as well is so many people have the mindset of like, oh, I want to get in I want to get into the gym an hour and a half every single day. And it's not about the hours you put into the gym. It's about what you put into those hours while you're into the gym.
Ooh, okay.
So
yeah.
That's
about that quality over quantity.
It's 100% quality over quantity because, you know, we could have people that are in the gym for an hour and a half, 2 hours, but they might not know what they're doing. So what they're doing isn't even benefiting them. But if you're going in there, you can get solid results if you're working out 4 times a week for 30 minutes, but you are working that 30 minutes.
Okay. You're just like, when you're there, you're focused.
Yes.
And you're going all in.
Yes. And this is again to say that everything else outside the gym, their water intake, their sleep, their diet, everything else is falling in place as well. But yeah, it's not, oh, you have to work out X amount of hours a week if you want results. It's not like that. There is not one set cookie cutter plan or amount of time that we have to be working out to be able to get results.
Okay, nice. And then on that topic, I did read, much like your client, I did read that Jessica Simpson does like 14,000 steps a day with her trainer, Harley Pasternak. That's like part of her plan because what she does is more like, I guess, low impact. She has a family. She talks about how she has her kids and she's just busy. So she'll do that like first thing in the morning. She makes sure that she goes on walks throughout the day. And then she does like yoga and strength training, things like that. Okay. What do you think about that type of program? Because that's what motivated me to start doing my morning walks on the Katy Trail. And I've been trying to hit 10,000 a day.
I think that the best program for an individual to do is the best program that works for them.
Oh, I love it. Okay, cool.
And I mean, I can agree with Jessica Simpson that walks are so great. I love it for so many mental reasons, but also I'm getting up and I'm moving my body first thing in the morning.
Yes.
Like I usually will just make my coffee, I'll walk my pup and we'll just go walk and I'll listen to a podcast and it provides so much mental clarity for that moment and for the rest of the day. But also I am moving my body. I am burning calories. I am getting up and moving. So again, it doesn't go to say, oh, you have to have these many steps per day if you want to see results.
Okay.
That's just not true. But getting up and moving your body and walking just like that is great for cardiovascular health. So you are benefiting yourself and essentially extending your life term.
Yeah.
Your life just by getting up and having that little extra cardio health every single day.
Nice. What do you think about like what is your, I don't know, percentage of like cardio to weight training that you like to do for yourself?
So for me personally, I prefer strength training. So that's what I do a lot more of, but I definitely incorporate at least 3 times a week where I'm doing Tabata or plyometric type workout. And that's basically what is going to be considered jumping lunges, squat jumps, more body weight stuff where I'm getting my heart rate up. I might ride my bike. I might get on the rower for a little bit. So things that are getting my heart rate up where I'm getting in that cardiovascular stage.
Nice. Okay, Britt, I love it. Well, we actually have some questions.
Okay.
I went on Instagram, and I know you shared this too, and we got some DMs from people. So I picked 3 questions to ask you. So, the first question is, what are the best exercises for the underbutt?
For the
I like that.
For the underbutt. Well, I'm assuming this is talking about we're wanting to lift that booty and just
think
that
so.
little. So lots of glute exercises that are going to be so great for that. Hip thrusters are my personal favorite.
Is that when you lay down on the ground and then you like thrust your hips up?
So
like
that is a variation of it to get a little bit more deeper into that glute. Is a hip thruster where your back is actually up on a bench, and so you're actually elevated up off the ground and your feet are on the ground. So then you're going down, you're getting in that hinging motion, and it's allowing you to get deeper into that glute versus if you were on the ground. So yeah, shoulders will be on the bench, feet will be on the ground, and you basically hinge your hips back and you push them forward. So you are using that glute to lift any weight that you have sitting over your hips up. big squeeze up top, and that's really going to get into the booty. Of course, always squats, reverse lunges are amazing for glutes.
Okay.
Reverse lunges, reverse lunges, reverse lunges.
Lunges, okay.
They are amazing for the glutes. Add some weight into your hands, step back, drive up through that front heel, you are targeting that glute. And then box step up. So if you have a box, if you have anything, and this is something too, you don't need the gym. We all have something around our house that I'm sure we could step up on top of. That's at least like 2 to 3 feet up. Step 1 foot at a time, drive through that hill, come up, and just alternate legs every time, and you're going to be targeting that booty.
Nice.
Yeah.
So how many of these exercises do you think that, like, obviously this listener is trying to target this area. She's wanting to like tone up or shape it. How many exercises do you think she should do that focus on these glute exercises a week, and like what should her reps be? What do you think she should be aiming for?
So this is seriously her focus and what her main goal is and what she wants to do. I would suggest doing these 2, maybe 3 times a week. We would start out at 2 times a week. I would suggest her try to pick up some weight that's a little bit challenging to her.
Okay.
And I would suggest her try to really push to 10 to 12 reps.
10 to 12 reps.
Yes.
Okay. And then how many of the exercises?
How many of the exercises? At least 4.
4 exercises of how many reps again?
8 to 12.
Okay.
With a challenging weight.
Okay, so there you go. That's
Yes.
You heard it from Britt. Okay, our other question, or our second question, is steady state cardio or HIIT cardio, and how often? Great questions.
It is a great question. And this is, again, it takes me back to what I said earlier, where the best workout, the best cardio is going to be what works for you.
Okay.
So personally, I love HIIT. And the reason why I love HIIT is because I'm so busy during the day. I know you can attest to this. We're so busy.
Oh, yes.
Our schedules are tight. We just have a smaller amount of time sometimes that we can commit to this because we got other things that we got to go do.
Exactly.
So I love HIIT because that high intensity interval training, you're doing more and getting that heart rate up quicker in a shorter amount of time.
Okay.
Whereas that steady state cardio typically takes a longer amount of time. So you're talking about 45 minutes to an hour to really get results from doing steady state cardio consistently.
And that would be like a jog or something.
That would be like a jog. That would be walking on the treadmill with an incline for a slow pace for about 45 minutes to an hour. So again, this is completely up to the individual and what works best for you. Personally, I love HIIT because it takes less time and I feel like I can get in and get out and do it. But if you have the time and you want to do something a little bit more low impact, if you have sensitive knees or any past injuries, slow and steady state might be the best option for you.
Okay, so you're saying like as long as the cardio is getting done, is it about like having an aim? Like, so let's say somebody does an hour of steady state cardio walking on an incline versus 30 minutes of HIIT and they burn the same amount of calories. How should they like measure, I don't know, I guess like the benefit that they're getting for their body when they're comparing the two? If someone's trying to decide like, well, you know, what do I want to do?
So again, this is going to be different from person to person, but I always encourage people to do self-assessments. And again, that can be done at the end of the day, that can be done at the end of the week, but basically you're just checking in with yourself and you're asking yourself, okay, how did I sleep last night? How was my energy levels today? Did I have to go for those 2-3 cups of coffee, or was I good after 1?
You're saying some people don't have to, Britt.
Some people don't have to.
What?
That's correct. How's my focus? So just learning to check in with yourself and ask, how am I feeling? And if you're not feeling that great, what can you do to better that? And I mean, again, sometimes if it's not the cardio itself that's not working, that's when you need to backtrack to maybe I didn't get enough sleep last night. Maybe I'm not eating enough nutrition and enough food to fuel these workouts that I'm doing.
And that's where like the check-ins with yourself and then having someone to talk to is really helpful.
Exactly. Because again, it's one of those things, you don't know it until you know it. So sometimes people aren't at that level yet where they know what questions to ask.
100%. Yeah. So, okay. Third question, healthy pre-workout snacks for a little energy kick for the on-the-go woman. And then the emoji like this. Okay.
Love that one. So whenever you're doing workouts, I would always suggest try to get some light carbs in before 30 minutes to 45 minutes before your workout. And I'm assuming if you're on the go, you're probably not going to have time to really sit, get a full meal. This is probably someone that's like coming from work, trying to get their workout in.
Yes.
So you want to get some carbs in, because carbs are our main source of energy whenever it comes to our macronutrients and that food that we're eating. So getting you some carbs, and that could be half a banana, that could be a rice cake, that could be a piece of whole wheat toast, maybe just like a little peanut butter or something like that on it. We can also add in some healthy fats just for a little bit of extra something, because we do get energy from fats as well. So peanut butter, avocado, but main goal I would say is just get you a small amount of carbohydrates, just a little snack before your workout, so that you're going to have a little bit more energy going into that workout.
Okay. And how, like, what about like her timeline? So do you think she should, like, you know, let's say she's about to leave work, should she get that snack right before she leaves? Or like, is there a certain amount of time that you think is optimal?
If she's talking about, did I read that right? Is she, or hear that right? Is she doing this before a workout?
Yes. Healthy pre-workout snacks for a little kick of energy.
So a rule of thumb that I would break down is, if you're just having time for a quick snack, get you a snack that's mainly carbohydrates 30 to 45 minutes before. If you are getting it about an hour to an hour 20 minutes before, then try to get yourself a little bit of a bigger snack or a small meal so you can get yourself some carbohydrates. And that's when I would bring in the fats in, so that we have a little bit more to keep us full until that workout. Okay. And then if you're able to eat 2 hours before your workout, that's when I would keep it a full meal. So we would have some carbohydrates, we would have some protein, and we would have some fat.
Okay, Britt, so can you give us an example of like a smaller snack and like a bigger meal? Like, what are your go-tos?
Yeah, absolutely. So a small snack that I would recommend about 30 to 45 minutes before you're going to your workout would be half a banana or a rice cake, something that's super small and is going to be easy to eat, but it's going to provide enough carbs for you to have that energy going into your workout. And then if you're going to be eating a full meal before your workout, I would say try to keep this about 2 hours before you're going to the gym or to your workout. And this is where we want to have that balanced proportion of carbohydrates, protein, and fats. But a good idea of a meal would be some chicken.
Cool.
Would be some, maybe half an avocado.
Okay.
And then maybe some sweet potato.
Yum. That sounds good.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, life lessons are there for a reason. So definitely reflect on what has happened to you, what you've gone through, and set those boundaries, set those expectations for what you want in the future moving forward. And don't give up on yourself. Don't take anything less. It's just my advice is just know your expectation, know your worth, and set that bar, and don't take anything that's beneath it.
And join Built by Britt so we can be workout buddies,
Britt,
okay?
Yes.
Well, Britt, I love you so much. Thank you for being here.
Yes.
This was such a fun convo. I feel so motivated, and also I feel less, less hard on myself. Good. I've been trying to get back in shape. And just because after like the past year and a half or so, I was just so stressed out with work, and I think a lot of people can relate to that. And I've been really kind of beating myself up a little bit. So after this talk, I feel so much better and so motivated. So thank you.
I'm so happy to hear that, of course.
All right, Britt. Well, I will talk to you soon, and hopefully we'll have another walk and talk ASAP.
I would love that. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys so much for watching or for listening if you're listening to the podcast. Love you guys, and I'll see you next week. Thank you guys so much for supporting BZen TV and for spending time with me. It means the world to me. If you like this episode, set your DVR now so that you don't miss the next one on August 19th. I also have a weekly BZen with Brit podcast that I mentioned earlier. So if you want content in between episodes, be sure to listen in. And all of those also become available on the BZen TV YouTube channel. So there are tons of ways to keep in touch. Until next time, be the light. I'll see you soon.